utilize your friends that you meet at these conventions too? Like, say if someone lives in a state and it's like you're like, hey, can I crash on your couch or anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a lot of us authors do as well. So, for example, we'll even room share too. So,
Mm.
the event that I'm going to be doing in Iowa later this year, me and an author friend of mine who I've met at multiple different events, we're friends now. We're like, okay, hey, let's just split the hotel cost. We could just share a hotel together. It makes sense.
It's a really good way to actually save money. I've been on the road,
Yeah.
so I went to Blue Hen in Dover,
Hmm.
Delaware. I was swimming in one of the hotels, and these people came in, and they're like, "Yeah, we're living in like doing a two bedroom, and it was like
Yeah.
five of them. They were like, yeah, we just
Uh-huh.
crash on the couch or put stuff on the floor and stuff." And I'm like, that's actually really smart because trying to make all your money back, you want to try to cut as many costs as possible. So
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think what some people need to understand is the measuring of success. What is it to you? Is it I'm doing this as a hobby because it's fun, or is it a business? And if you treat it like a business, you have to think like, okay, like you were saying, like what are my costs going to be? Am I going to reap the benefits? Am I going to be able to make back what I'm spending to go to whatever event?
yeah,
Um, as far as the crashing on couches with the five people you were saying earlier, it kind of gives me the illusion of like, oh, we're just living our rock star era, except we're
yeah,
authors.
exactly.
Less
So
rock and roll, more writing.
right, let's. They're all after a bit. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not gonna tell that story. I'm not gonna tell that story. I
What?
did do so. I had a friend in a band called Soul Ardwar. Rest in peace.
Mhm.
They're gone now. But the band's gone, not them.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I figured that's what you meant.
yes.
I was like, oh
But
wait, I'm smiling. Let me. Oh
right.
wait.
Yeah. It's like I
Like
don't think you would
yeah,
be smiling about that.
yeah,
But when I used to go to Canada before the P happened, the pandemic,
yeah.
they were performing up there and we crashed in a hotel and we were it just reminds me of the rock star things. So a lot of people actually don't, I feel like they don't factor in all that,
Mhm.
and they come off kind of desperate sometimes um when they're like selling their stuff, and that
Yeah.
translates because it's like they're not financially prepared for
Mhm.
all of like those costs associated with traveling all over the place and the food, especially food. Oh my gosh, food,
Mhm.
all that stuff. So how do you budget when you do travel, like food and all of that stuff?
I think it depends on how long the event's going to be. Like this one I'm
Mm,
going to is going to be 3 days long, right?
gotcha.
So obviously I'm going to need to eat and
Mhm.
have water,
Yes.
which I don't have in front of me right now, but I did earlier. Um, I like to think of it, well, this I guess is this specifically for my author friends as well, but like I like to think of it as budgeting based off books. If I sell one $20 book, I have paid for a $20 meal, right? And I
Yes.
think that yeah, so I think it's like okay, if I'm gonna be paying for I don't know, the rental car, and let's say it's like $100 for the entire weekend, it's like
Mm,
okay, I need to sell 5 books to
right.
make sure that I have made up the cost of that rental car.
Right.
So that's kind of what I think of it when I'm budgeting. I'm like, okay, I always get my tickets, etc., ahead of time, but then
Mhm.
also at the same time, I have to think like, okay, and this is how many books I need to sell minimum at this event to make sure that I've recouped the costs of being here. Second thing is making sure that I go and essentially say like, okay, and this is how many books I would need to sell to make a profit, right? I hope that makes sense.
Yes, 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 definitely. How do you deal with when you don't make that certain amount of sales?
I think I have to reflect because again, we got to treat it like a business, right? Well, some people treat it like a hobby, and that's completely okay. It all goes into your measure of success. What is success to you as an artist, as a creator, as a writer?
Right.
For me, I own my publishing imprint, Queen of Wands books. So for me, this is a business. But when I don't make, let's say at an event, if I don't make profit or if I don't make the recoup cost of me going out to that event, I essentially strategize. Okay, why is that? Is it because I only have, let's say, brought one book there in terms of not one single book, but one series of books or whatever?
Mhm.
Is it because the event didn't have the amount of attendees that was expected? Did I not bring enough, like, you know, to entice readers to want to come to my table? And I think it's about factoring all that in. And honestly, if it's to the point where I really did not even get close to recouping costs, then it's like, okay, I probably won't do that event again next time unless I see that there's either a higher attendance count or whatever. And it's no ill will to the event. It's more just like, this is a business and I have to make sure that if
Yeah.
I'm going to be attending certain events that I'm able to recoup costs at